Hello, I'm Courtney Rice, and I will be refuting the idea that community policing in Southern California needs to expand their strategies. The first thing we have to think about is Southern California as a whole. It's a giant area populated by a lot of different nationalities. So you have to think about the idea of the first thing you're gonna need to do is increase manpower, right? We're gonna need more people. It's a big area. There's only so many cops to go around, all right? I think the statistic was per every 1,000, there's one cop or two cops. So just think about that. That's the responsibility of that one cop. So we were talking about community policing. The operative word in community policing is community. Who's the community? You're the community. So if you want to start with anything, start with yourself. So get yourself educated on what programs are already implemented in your area. There are already programs in your area that no one has any idea. You know, there's lines you can call so that you can report things anonymously. You know, there are people that are working in your community already. So a lot of times I feel like people kind of gloss over that and they want to blame the police officers who are doing the best that they can for, you know, situations, and they can start with themselves, you know, start with the community. So as I was saying though, to increase community policing, we would need more manpower. If we're gonna need more manpower, we're gonna need more money. To get more money, how are we gonna do that? We're gonna tax you guys. You guys want to be taxed for something that you're not even sure is going to work? No, nobody wants to be taxed for something that we have no idea if it's actually the real problem. 2015 San Diego Union Tribune was talking about the drive to get back to community policing, and the point was we have officers already equipped with tools for accountability, like body cameras, and the squad cars have cameras in them as well, because of the fact that people think that, you know, the way that the policeman is viewed as, you know, not part of the community. They even implemented cameras so that you guys can feel more comfortable. It's in the car, it's on the person. I mean, I don't think it gets more, you know, more safe than that, you know. I know areas, like he was saying, that the area South Central LA was, you know, at one point, you know, F the police and all that stuff, but as he was saying as well, with Chief Beck, within the last 15 years, LAPD has been viewed as one of the most open and most active in the community, and that's according to the LA Times. So I think that, you know, overall, a lot of the stuff that he was saying was kind of pointing back to the fact that, you know, it's more of a time thing. All these things are there. I think that communities need to be educated, you know, on the situation, and I think that the current policies are workable. I just think that, you know, like I said, people need to be educated on what's there already, and I think that would help. So. I mean, as he said, LAPD has hired is now 45% Hispanic. Now that's crazy. It totally makes sense because of the fact that the underserved areas are mostly Hispanic. So in which case you have a problem where the area, there's a language barrier. So if you had a whole, you know, Anglo police force and they're going into that area, there's a distrust there because they don't speak the language, they don't look like the people, so they don't trust them. But now you got 45% and they look just like you, they speak the language just like you. That's going to open things up. That's going to open communication, and people are going to feel more comfortable talking. The problem with those underserved areas is that a lot of times, you know, they're heavily populated by immigrants that are not documented. In which case, if you've got a cousin that's not documented, you don't want to call the cops and bring them into your area so that, you know, your cousin might get in trouble or whatever the case may be. So, you know, if you start implementing, you know, like they already did, LAPD, 45% Hispanic, you start having someone come in there, they can understand that situation, they may have a cousin or someone that's just like that, you know, then it starts opening up communication, and next thing you know, the view of the police officers in Los Angeles has totally changed. You know, and as he was saying before, 83% of the people are now saying that LAPD is doing a much better job, and of course that's under the new chief. When Chief Gates was there, yeah, it was more militarized. Most of the stuff in the with the LAPD and most police departments is militarized. So a policeman has a duty to come in and to protect and serve, not serve and protect. The first thing he's obligated to do is protect. So he's coming in there to do his job. If you have a police officer coming in and he's Mr. Friendly Joe Schmo, is that who you want coming in to your neighborhood? You're in some, you know, you live in South Central LA, you want Mr. Friendly guy coming in, you know, or do you want someone that's coming there to go, you know, do his job? He's going to serve because he's there to do his job. So he's going to do that regardless of the fact. So I'm just saying, you know, if you are worried about, you know, your cat in the tree and all that stuff, call the firefighter. You know, if you need somebody to come down and crack some skulls and make sure that your neighborhood is safe, you know, that's when you want a policeman. That's all I'm saying. So, so I feel like, you know, overall, the policies that are already intact are doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a matter of the community getting oriented with what those policies are and starting at home. The community policing starts at home. You start taking care of your kids, you start taking care of yourself, and that will matriculate throughout the neighborhood, and we won't need as many police in those neighborhoods taking up tax dollars and, you know, and making you guys feel intimidated.